Your eyes are not deceiving you. That's a vegan turkey. I made this recipe last year for Thanksgiving and you guys blew it up. It went completely viral. Here's how I did it. So I created a seitan and I added in some jackfruit to get that nice pull apart poultry meat that we're all used to. I even stuffed it. This is just a basic stuffing that I put on the inside. And then for that turkey skin, I used some rice paper and I marinated it and covered the entire thing in a double layer. And you really could pull that off the turkey itself. It was so good. And then I basted it and roasted it in the oven, and it made the perfect Thanksgiving or Christmas meal.
Too many times I hear people tell me how they don't like tofu. If that's you, or even if it's not, this vegan ground beef is for you. I eat a version of this at least once a week because it's incredible and too simple. Break up your tofu, I prefer small crumbles. Add soy sauce, olive oil, liquid smoke, smoked paprika, garlic, and maple syrup. Mix everything together and let it set for at least an hour to soak up the flavor. Then just toss onto a baking sheet and cook until crispy.
What's your absolute favorite way to eat eggplant? For me, it's definitely this. First, you're going to slice your eggplant into rounds, score them, mix together some seasonings with olive oil, brush it all over your eggplant. Then you're going to pan fry until golden. Then mix together some tahini, maple syrup, miso, rice vinegar, ginger, and water for your sauce. Gonna add that all over the eggplant with some olive oil, herbs, pomegranate seeds, walnuts, and that is it.
Vegan fish stick, crispy, crunchy, so unique. Vegan fish stick, made with mushroom as the meat. Vegan fish stick, mighty mushroom, chop them thin, so delicious. Milk seaweed going in, marinade. Now we mix together flour, oh babe, spice is nice. Dunk the shroom after an hour, back in the marinade. Crispy coated breadcrumb, and when you fry your bake, everyone will want some. Dig on in, my love, enjoy the feast.
This is not beef tartare, even though it might look like it, and these are not actually egg yolks, even though they burst open with liquid. In fact, there are actually no animal products in this entire dish, so let's grab everyone's favorite scale, sodium alginate and calcium lactate, and get going. Today we're creating a plant-based dish that tricks your mind when you see it. Of course we bring in some molecular gastronomy, but here's a special surprise. We're using 2 scales today. One of my favorite things about cooking is you can completely fool someone before they even take a bite of food. Your eyes tell you that this is a beef tartare. It's got the classic preparation, shape, and is even topped by what looks like an egg yolk. But when you cut into it and take a bite, you realize that's not true. Instead, we have a tomato tartare that's topped with a carrot juice sphere. To make the tartare, we mix some beautiful heirloom tomatoes with shallots, balsamic vinegar, and olive oil. And for the carrot sphere, we take carrot juice and use frozen reverse spherification to create a gel layer around it so it stays intact. And that's all it takes to make this beautiful tomato tartare.
This is one of those feel-good breakfasts that gives you energy all day long. There's a misconception that you can't get enough protein from vegan meals, but this plant-based breakfast burrito has over 35 grams of protein. Once all of your ingredients are in the tortilla, roll it up tightly, then pan fry to make it golden brown and crispy. This is one of the best things I've ever made, and it tastes like it's from a restaurant. Follow for more vegan recipes.
These are the cauliflower chickpea wraps that I eat every day. You're gonna start by roasting your cauliflower and chickpeas together with some delicious spices for about 45 minutes. While that's roasting, prepare your Caesar salad dressing. It's just tahini with some lemon juice, garlic, some salt and pepper mixed together, and then toss that with some lettuce, and then get a warm piece of pita bread, spread it with some hummus, top it with your Caesar salad and the roasted veggies, and then eat it up. It is so good.
This is not too good, man. Yeah, this one.
I'm too hip to hop around town, I hear it, yeah. I heard that pussy for the taking. I heard it got these other niggas going crazy. Yeah, I treat you like a lady, lady. Fuck you till you burned out, cremation. Make it cream, yeah, Wu-Tang.
If you want to have a vegan Sunday lunch, you've got to give this one a go. Alright, asparagus is officially back in season. Remember, don't snap the spares. Just trim off a small piece and peel the lower third. I kept the scraps for a vegan gravy. Just roast them together with loads of other veg. Then simmer in water to make your own stock. Don't forget to use the sticky bits in the roasting tray. Just add some flour and red wine vinegar. Then return the stock to loosen the bits. Finally, reduce until you have a thick gravy that coats a spoon. To finish the asparagus, just blanch it for 2 minutes. Cool it down, then grill in a pan until charred on both sides. I've also made a bean puree with some of the cooking liquid, lemon juice and olive oil. And I've roasted some new potatoes with garlic and smoked sea salt. Once they are done, mix through some tarragon leaves. Finally, I've scored some king oyster mushrooms and fried them until golden. Then brush with soy sauce and maple syrup. Add the bean puree, the potatoes with extra smoked sea salt, some Yorkshire pudding inspired sourdough buns, the mushrooms, the asparagus with a squeeze of lemon juice, and of course the gravy. Wunderbar!
Just like a real hot dog, you probably shouldn't watch how these are made, but I assure you these are amazing and they're made with carrots and rice paper. Let me show you how. The rice paper is actually going to act just like a skin, which is almost eerily similar to how a hot dog really looks. And it's like a hot dog.
If you need a quick, healthy lunch idea, you have to make this. You need whole grain bread, Dijon mustard, mashed avocado, lettuce, cucumber slices, alfalfa sprouts, carrots, tomato, vegan cheese, and pickled onions. This gives you so much energy and will show you that you don't need meat to make a good sandwich. Tag your healthy bestie and follow for more vegan recipes.
Fried oyster mushrooms. Time to sleep for 3 days.
I'm going to show you guys how I made these vegan spicy tuna rolls. Also, please no one get offended. I know it's not real tuna. That's kind of the point. So you first boil some tomatoes until the skin starts to peel off a little bit, and then immediately transfer it to ice water. Then you're going to peel off all of the skin and then cut up the tomatoes, and you want to take out all of the gooey liquidy inside part. Then for the marinade, I did vegan mayo, sesame oil, soy sauce, salt, sriracha, and a little bit of coconut milk. Then you just mix that up and then strain out any of the excess liquid, but you still want to have a little bit of the sauce in there. Then I assemble the sushi. It was pretty easy. This was my first time doing it, and I just added avocado and cucumber. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know if you want a part 2 on how to actually roll the sushi. It was really easy and really good and totally vegan.
Have some vegan drumstick, 素鸡腿.
Cut tofu skin into strips, soften with water, massage, toss, squeeze out all the water, make the marinade, pour it all over, massage divide into 10 portions, wrap on a sugarcane stick like how you wrap a mummy, secure with a wrap, refrigerate. Brush drumsticks with sauce, air fry at 325. Ta-da! All done!
It's so good. You have to try to make this.
Buttered chicken, but vegan. Take the pressed tofu and tear it into chunks. Add your olive oil and your cornstarch.
Add the tofu to a lined baking sheet.
Now bake your tofu. Let's make the creamy sauce now. Add your vegan butter, add your onions, saute your onions for 3 to 4 minutes. Add your garlic and ginger, curry powder, garam masala, paprika, coriander, pinch of salt, tomato paste, whole fat coconut milk.
And simmer for 10 minutes.
Add your baked tofu.
And stir it.
You're gonna wanna try this.
We're gonna do that thing where we make this out of 2 ingredients, flour and water. By combining the 2 and then rinsing out most of the starch, we're gonna have a nice ball of protein-rich gluten called seitan. The meaty texture mimics shredded chicken, which can be seasoned the same way. I was excited to use poultry seasoning, which many people don't realize most seasonings typically used for meat are actually vegan too, because spices, aka plants, are where you get the flavor. So here's further proof that vegan food isn't boring and people don't need to eat animals to get their protein. Are you curious to give seitan a try?